Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So we're gonna do the husband tag. So we have 30 questions that we're gonna answer. I'm actually gonna ask Philip these questions and then he's gonna answer to the best of his knowledge. And yeah, and that's what it is really. It's 30 questions. And I've got, let me see. I have the questions on my phone and they're from Holistic Homemaking. Number one, how and where did we meet?
Well, I was just graduated from Seattle Film Institute in, I would say, what was it, 2010. And I was working at a Safeway on Capitol Hill. And I saw her come through my line. I was a cashier at the time. And I saw her come through my line at the time. And then she, I said hi and I did my whole thing, but I thought she was so beautiful. And I guess that's where we met. And she was going to school at the time at Seattle Central Community College. And we lived 2 blocks from each other. We had no idea. And so she would walk those 2 blocks to go to Safeway to get food. And I would be cashiering at the time. So yes, that's when and where we met.
Continue. So, what was your first impression of me?
I thought she was the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. And she had a beautiful voice. And I don't know, I just couldn't get her out of my head. So, it was just really hard, because she was just so beautiful.
How and where was our first date?
Oh, well, I decided I would take my wife to Pacific Place Mall.
Yeah.
And in that mall, it's 3 stories. And on the 3rd story is all the restaurants. And I took her to this place called, I think, Corazon y Corazon.
It was a Mexican
It's a Mexican restaurant. And I took her there, and yeah, interesting date because she didn't really eat much.
Yeah, I didn't eat much because actually that was the first time that I had ever had Mexican food in the States. And the food came out and there was rice and beans. And growing up in Uganda, rice and beans was not something that you get excited about eating. So yeah, we had tacos and fajitas, and then majority of the food was rice and beans. And I was just like, okay. It was kind of weird to me because in Uganda, rice and beans is good food, but it's not like restaurant food. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, so Philip thought it was so weird, but
yeah, she had to explain that whole thing, and I was just really confused.
Yeah, but anyways, the food was delicious. The fajitas were really good, and the tacos were awesome. And Philip introduced me to the coconut margarita, and it was delicious.
Yeah,
delicious. Yeah. Where was our first kiss, and how was it?
Our first kiss was in my room, and it was good. It was just I've never had a girl in that room before, so it was awkward to say the least. I was pretty nervous, pretty you're just like a regular person. You're just like, I wonder what they think of this place. I wonder if I'm doing okay. And I didn't really have much seating because I was a single guy at the time, and single guys don't invest in the furniture. They don't know what that is, really. I mean, if you have a bed, then you have somewhere to sit. So I had a chair for my desk, but that's it. And so that's what she sat on, and then we kissed. So yeah.
And honestly, for me, I didn't expect it. I know I was in his house, but I didn't expect the kiss. So it came out of nowhere. I was just like, huh? You could tell we were nervous, but I liked it. I thought it was a sweet kiss. It was, I thought it was a good kiss. It was unexpected, but I thought it was nice. Yeah. How did you know I was the one?
Again, like I said, when I first met her, you just have those that feeling when you meet someone for the first time, that you knew that person was the one. You just know it. I don't know. It's just a feeling when you first see them, that, and just the way they are, their attitude, their appearance, their face, everything says, and everything's told me about her that I wanted to marry her instantly. But we have a new guy in here because he was making a lot of noise, as you guys could hear, so we had to get him. So yeah,
he's a little Superman.
Yeah,
Let me
he's
show
a
you
little
guys his
Superman.
shirt. Superman is in the house.
Look at you,
Superman, little Superman. Yeah. Number 5. And how did I know Philip was the one? So as I was telling you guys, we spent majority of our relationship long distance, because 2 months after we had met and decided to become boyfriend and girlfriend, I went to Uganda for 3 months for Christmas holidays. So I took 3 months off of school and went to Uganda, and we spent majority of that time just on Skype and getting to know each other on a more personal level. I think it was actually really good. But anyways, when I came back to the States, Philip picked me up from the airport, and he was wearing a suit, and he had roses for me, and he was, you know, he stood there waiting for me because my plane was actually delayed, but he took off the whole day from work and just waited for me at the airport. And when I went through the gates, I just saw Philip standing there with red roses, and he's wearing a suit, like literally suit and tie, white shirt underneath. He just looked so handsome, and I just thought it was so sweet. Like, oh my god, this guy is just melting my heart over and over again. And that's when I knew that I was gonna marry him. I was so excited to see him, and I think all those people who were waiting for their people knew about Philip and I, and then because they were so excited to see me too, and I was like, what's going on? And then Philip later told me that he had told them about me, and they knew that he was waiting for me because I was coming back from Uganda. So I just thought it was so special, and I was like, I'm gonna marry you. Anyway, that's when I knew. I didn't tell him, but in my heart was just like bubbling, and I was like, I'm gonna marry this guy. He's just the sweetest guy ever. Anyways, that's when and why did you fall in love with me?
Well, I fell in love with you when I came back as well and we were at the airport, you know, because, you know, I had a relationship before where somebody left me for good. So when she went to Uganda, I was really nervous. Pretty much where I kind of fell in love with her and just really trusted her at that point. From then on, so that was kind of a pivotal point for both of us, I guess.
Yeah, because Philip always told me on phone when we were Skyping, I was in Uganda, he was here, and he kept asking me, are you sure you're gonna come back? And I was like, I'm going to come back. I don't know, he didn't believe that I was gonna come back for some reason, but I think when I showed up at the airport, he was just so excited to see me, and I think he felt like he could trust me at that point. So yeah, I felt the same way too. Okay, what is my favorite quality? What's the favorite quality?
Well, my favorite quality about you know, Violet is that she's very committed, very dedicated. Like when she's committed to something, it really shows. Like she really commits to something, to our marriage and to you know, various other things that we're a part of, that she just like really knows how to commit to things, and it just really shows. So that's my favorite quality.
So places you want to travel.
I want to travel the globe. I know that my wife doesn't want to travel to every single country, but I do, except for, of course, the ones we can't get into. North Korea,
please stop.
Iraq, that kind of
Stop,
thing.
please.
But I want to see the world. I want to see the world that I live in, the earth that I am a part of. So I want to see everything. So, yeah. Looking forward to hopefully doing that someday. And yeah, so
Yeah. How many children do you want to have?
3.
3 children.
Yeah.
I want 3
At one
children
point,
too.
I wanted 7, but I thought it was a really bad idea. After I got to witness a woman having 7 children, and it was like, no, that's okay. It's just too much. I mean, it's great that they had that many children, but it's just too much at the time. So, yeah.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who have
No.
so many kids, and
No.
you can tell they're actually meant
No.
to have that many kids because they're just so available for their kids and just always there for them. For me personally, I feel like 3 is just enough because I don't know if I have that heart, you know. So yeah, 3 kids are good number. We have 1 right now, so we're hoping to have 2 more here soon. I don't know when, but very soon we're planning to have 2 more. Question: what food do you not like? Do I not like?
Does Violet not like?
Yeah. What food do I not like?
I'm trying to remember exactly. How about, she will not eat a TV dinner. I give her one of those things called a Hungry Man. Yeah. She'll look at it, and then she's like, you're going to have that for dinner, not me.
Yeah, I can't, you guys, I can't. What is my favorite music?
My wife's favorite music is
Solomon, stop please.
R&B.
R&B. If I could eat one thing every day, what would it be?
Chocolate.
That's true. Chocolate. Right now, I'm actually on a diet, so I can't eat chocolate. But guys, if I could eat it and have nothing happen to my body, oh my god, I'll eat chocolate every single day. I love chocolate. Oh my god.
Mine is pizza.
Oh yeah, Phil could eat pizza and mac and cheese.
Yes. Every day.
Yeah. Every day.
You could put the mac and cheese on the pizza. I'd be okay with that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a
That's his
cheeseburger.
favorite food, yeah, and a cheeseburger. It's crazy. What is my heritage and where am I from?
My wife is from Uganda in East Africa, and her heritage. I'm trying to remember what tribe you're from, but
I'm from Buganda.
Uganda. So I've yet to go and see Uganda and stuff, but we were saving up to go do that. So yeah, I'll have an eye-opening experience there for sure.
What is one unique talent that I have?
Well, one unique talent. Let me think here. I'm trying to think. I don't know. That's a really good question because I don't know at this point. I don't know. I was just gonna say that you read very well.
I read very
Yeah,
well.
She's really good at focusing on reading. So and she's good at reading comprehension. Not everybody can do that.
What?
So
What does that even mean? I don't know.
So reading comprehension is when you read and you ask questions about what you read, and that's reading comprehension. And you can answer them very well, I'm sure. So,
Like reading novels? Like, I don't know what that means, baby.
no, just like reading something. Maybe not a book, but whatever you're reading, and then I ask you what did you read, and you always seem to have a good comprehension of what you're reading.
Oh,
So that's what I was trying to say.
that makes sense.
How about me?
What's one unique talent you have?
Yeah.
I think you have this is actually one of the things that I admire about you. You know how to pay attention to people. Like you show I think that's a talent. Honestly, when you meet Philip in person, he will stop and ask you questions like, oh, so how are you doing? Those people who can ask you so many questions. That's Philip, but he does it so well, and I admire that. This is a bonus question. I think it's such an interesting question. I think it would be nice for us to talk about it. So, how do you keep a relationship healthy in life? Heavy question, right?
You want to go first?
Yeah. Communication and spending quality time together, and praying to God. and just being kind to each other, just loving each other, because I mean, life can get too busy and too crazy, but it's always nice to sit back and just look at your partner and just think about how much you love them. I think that's so important, you know. It brings everything back into perspective. All the stresses and all the chaos of life just kind of seems to not disappear, but at least fade a little bit, you know. So I don't pay attention to that very much. Baby, how about you?
I believe that it is communication is one key, but the other one is love and respect. So I've been reading a book called Love and Respect by Dr. I think it's Eggerson. And he's been talking specifically about how both spouses need love and respect for a healthy relationship to actually be great, and just specifically about how a man needs a lot of respect and a woman needs to be loved, and how God designed it that way. So again, that's just kind of what I think is really, and it's not just that book, it's just in general, if you love and respect somebody, they're going to respond to that so much better than anything else. Because I hope you guys enjoyed that, and we will talk to you guys soon.